Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Inshallah, we continue with Surah Al-Inshiqaaq. We stopped in the middle of introduction, the previous short lesson that we had. So inshallah, we do few of the linking that we left and then we go straight to Tafseer inshallah. So from the linking that we had with Surah Mutaffifin, so we are linking Surah Al-Inshiqaaq with Surah Mutaffifin. Shaykh Abdul Salam Rustami rahimahullah, he says that you see in Mutaffifin we had وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُنَا قَالَ أَسَاطِيرُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. Okay, with their words they did takdeeb of the Quran, of the Wahi. But in here they do takdeeb and they do inkar of the Quran with their actions. وَإِذَا قُرِئَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْقُرْآنُ لَا يَسْجُونَ. They do not do sajda, they do not submit to it. Okay, so they do not become obedient. So this is one. The previous one was by their words, okay, and here by action. Both they are not believers, they do not submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sheikh Ahsan Islahi rahimahullah, he says that in the previous surah it was stated that a day will definitely come, okay, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will divide people in separate groups on the basis of their faith and their deeds. Those who had maintained being obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they were pious, they will be blessed with eternal kingdom, okay, Jannah. And on the other hand, those people who were disobedient, okay, their eternal doom has been mentioned, okay, their humiliation and so on. Similarly, same thing is happening in here, okay, but it starts from those people who are the righteous. They will be given their deed books on the right hand, and the criminals will be given on the left from the back. Okay, so similar thing is happening. Those who were given on the right, they will be in eternal kingdom. They will be happy. Those people who will receive it on their back, from the back on the left, okay, they will be the one who they will be facing eternal doom. So same thing is happening, okay, but just one is mentioned the beginning when someone dies, okay, where their book deeds will be going, Sijjin and Alliyin, and the other one is what's happening on the day when the reckoning, when the accountability will start, okay. And so similarly, they have a separate place when they die, their deeds or their ruh, where they go separate place, okay, on Sijjin and Alliyin, okay, they're divided to that. Similarly, they will be divided on Day of Judgment with their treatment, the way they are treated as well. Again, another thing he mentions, Ahsan Islahi rahimahullah, that in the previous surah we had Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about this nature of the human, okay, like and this is taken as evidence that the Qiyamah is coming, and we talked about that in great details. And in here what we have is this physical world, okay, and this has been used as reasoning for the Qiyamah is coming, and the Day of Judgment will come, the accountability will come. Inshallah, we'll explain that as we do the Tafseer bi'idhnillah. So now we will go to the Tafseer of the surah. As we always do, we link the Bismillah with the surah itself. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the one to whom the earth and the sky kept their air, i.e. in obedience. This is what's happening. وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ. Okay, this is what this ayah we have linked to here. Rahman, the one who has, Rahman is meaning the most merciful, the one who has made the sun and moon compliant, whether people have faith or not. Okay, it's all of them are benefiting from this. Rahim, the especially merciful, Mu'minun, has been specified for ajr ghayr ma'moon. Inshallah, we'll explain this in Tafseer. Ayah number 1, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ, when the sky has split. Ayah 1 to 5, in here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what we're learning basically in these few ayahs are this fana fa'ala, this thing that we see at the moment will be gone. okay, and the ahwal of Qiyamah, 8 different ahwal of the Qiyamah, stages, conditions of the Qiyamah. You see in the previous surahs, we had lots of different conditions that were happening in the skies and the earth, and the sky and the earth itself, and so on. But in here, okay, only 2 of them have been chosen, which are the main, okay, the sky and the earth. What's going to be happening to them when the day of judgment commences? Okay, so the ulama talks about this, and it's very beautiful. They say, and here you see that the first thing that have been mentioned is the sky, okay, and they say when in demolition, as we see, okay, they always start from the top, okay, from the roof, okay, and when it's in construction, when they're building, they start from the foundation. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the takhliq, okay, the creation of this, all the creation, how it started, and it says that the earth was created first, then the sky, okay. Now when it's demolition time, when there's this destruction time, it starts from the top to the bottom, which is the earth. There are other conditions that have been mentioned in these few surahs of the sky, okay, that we have already learned. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, think in Surah Naba, وَفُتِحَتِ السَّمَاءُ فَكَانَتْ أَبْوَابًا, and the heaven is open and will become gateways. وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ كُشِطَتْ, and when the sky is stripped away. إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انفَطَرَتْ, when the sky breaks apart. And here, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ, when the sky has split. Okay. In here, the ulama talks about this إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ, okay, the last stage of, or the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the splitting of the sky. The shaqqat, the word used is that from here there is no way going back. Okay, it's not been cracked in, for example, we can rip something in a way that it can be put together, okay, and then you can, for example, you can make lots of doors in construction. We can still use that, okay. Something is stripped away, you can put another strip on it. But in here, the way the sky has been talked about, that there is no way going back, okay. It has been split in a fashion that there is no way, okay. And also, the ulama say that the wording that have been used in here is that the sky wants to split. If he wants to say that the sky was made to split open, then it would have said إِذَا السَّمَاءُ شُقَّتْ, okay, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ شُقَّتْ, this is what it would have been, okay. That, but in here it says that السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ, which is not, it's not an external force that it has made it to split, but the sky itself wants to split. Okay, so this is from the nature of the sky. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is keeping it intact. And of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given it that capability to split as well. But this is like the sky wants to do it itself. This is the condition of the sky that I have been talked about. This is the scary scenario Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about for us to take heed. Ayah number 2, وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ, and has listened to its Lord and was obligated. Now let's understand some of the wording that has been used in this ayah. وَأَذِنَتْ, okay, this is listening to something with full attention, with the motive to obey. The ulama say that this word choice, as if it's a rhetorical kind of question, rebuke to the rebels, that look at the sky, okay, when it's told to crack, okay, when it's time for its purpose to fulfill, it is as though it was waiting for the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to obey. Okay, this is what it meant to do. This is what you meant to do as well. Okay, but what is your condition with regards to your behavior when the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Islam tells you to do wedding in this certain manner, do you obey? Okay, are you waiting for the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to manage your ways in that way? Someone dies, how do you bury? Okay, how do you do the janazah? How do you do everything? Okay, how do you start your business? How do you live in the society? How do you live with your parents? How do you live with your kids, your wife, and so on? How do you behave in front of people? How do you sit? How do you do it? Do you ask? Are you ready to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when the commands comes in? Do you consider the thing Allah has made halal is halal and haram is haram? Or it is your way? Okay, you think you are high and above, or you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one you meant to listen and you meant to obey? Okay, is this the condition of you? Okay, look at the sky, look at the other creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah has given you some sort of free will. It does not mean you have the free choice to do whatever you're going to do, and there's not going to be accountability. It's coming, take heed. The next word, uhuqat, they say this is something which is present, okay, something which is morally right, something which your brain fathom, non-delusional stuff, okay. This is what it meant to do at the end of the day. This is like it's reality, okay. So this is what it is. So basically, if we put all those together, we can come to this conclusion that it's only right, or the sky is only purposeful when it's complete these commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, like it comes in a different surah with regards to the creation of Allah. قَالَتَا أَتَيْنَا طَائِعِينَ. Okay, with regards to the same thing. They said, we have come willingly. Okay, this is from the purpose of the sky to split when it's been told to split, when the time comes. It was from their ta'ah, it was from their duties to come to come together, or the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to create it at the beginning. So basically, okay, what we learn from this, okay, what hikmah we can take out. Now look at the other creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bigger, mightier, okay, lots of strength in it, okay. It's amazing, and it's on a bigger scale than you, who is ready, and the only thing that makes them purposeful is the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, look at yourself, tiny. What are you made of? From a nutfah, like we talked about in Surah Abasa. Okay, min ayyi shayin khalaqa, min nutfah. Okay, from a sperm drop. Okay, maheen, which is despicable. Okay, insignificant. It doesn't have any value. This is what your reality is. And look at your state. Look at your ego. Look at your haughtiness against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And look at the sky. How amazing it. Look at it again and again. You won't be able to find any cracks, any issues with it. But when the day comes to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will obey, and they will consider it as its obligation. Okay, this will make them only a purposeful thing when they obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do not lose your purpose. What is your purpose? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you? You have been given the title of the best of the creation. Okay, why are you the best? Okay, is to obey Allah. If you're not going to obey Allah, you are worthless in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I think this is pretty much clear. Like it comes in a hadith, if I remember correctly, that if this earth, okay, or whatever it has in it, had any value inside of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it would not have been given like a little bit, okay, like a wing of mosquito to kuffar, to those people who do not obey. This does not have any value inside of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only thing that has value is Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qaba'ila lita'arafu inna akramakum 'inda Allahi atqakum. You have taqwa, you have obedience, you know who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, you're willing to live your life according to this Quran, you have value. You are the one whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will honor in this dunya and in definitely in akhirah. So I hope this point is clear. Now going to ayah number 3. وَإِذَا الْأَرْضُ مُدَّتْ. And when the earth has been extended. This is similar thing has been mentioned in Surah Taha, and I think is a longer explanation, tafseer of this. Like they say, some portion of the Quran has been explained in a different place. The one part of the tafsir Quran of an ayah will tafsir will be somewhere different. Okay, so similarly, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْجِبَالِ فَقُلْ يَنْسِفُهَا رَبِّي نَسْفًا. Ayah number 105 in Surah Taha. From here, the beginning of how it's going to happen has been explained. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْجِبَالِ فَقُلْ يَنْسِفُهَا رَبِّي نَسْفًا. And they ask you about the mountains, so say, my Lord will blow them away with a blast. فَيَذَرُهَا قَاعًا صَفْصَفًا. And He will leave it, this earth is talking about, a level plain. لَا تَرَى فِيهَا عِوَجًا وَلَا أَمْتًا. You will not see therein a depression or an elevation. Okay, level plain. Like they say, okay, this earth will be stretched like how a leather gets stretched. The power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the capabilities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ayah number 4, وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا وَتَخَلَّتْ, and has cast out that within it and relinquished. Okay, so this is similarly like it comes in, I think, Surah Zilzal, وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا, and the earth discharged its burden. Okay, and man says, what is wrong with it? So this is, they say, when the earth has been stretched, okay, everything in there, okay, from the treasures of the world and the deads, okay, both can be taken, the meaning will come out. Okay, the people will be passing by these treasures and they will be thinking that this was the thing that made us forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is from some of the Tafseer. But basically, the proper Tafseer in here will be to link it with the deads, that the deads will come out, the whatever it has in there or from the earth will come out from. Okay, so they give the example, I think it's Amin Ahsan Islahi rahimahullah, he give example of a pregnant lady. Okay, when she gives birth, okay, she feels empty, she feels relieved from the burden. Similarly will be the condition of this earth when all this which is in it now hidden will come out from it. Ayah number 5, وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ, and has listened to its Lord and was obligated. Like how we mentioned about the sky, same thing is happening to the earth. Like how the sky was in obedience, in total obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it cannot wait for the instruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to obey. Similarly is the condition of the earth. It's ready. And the ulama say, you see, when these conditions are mentioned, okay, then it's being told what's going to happen, what is the reality, what is, like we had in this saman fatar and this saman shaqqat, then what's going to happen? عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ وَأَخَّرَتْ and عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ. This is the response to those witnesses or these things that have been talked about here, that when this happened, then this will happen. Okay, when this, then this is going to be the condition. This is the jawab. This is the answer. So in here there is not that. There's not there. Okay, but in every one can just fill in the blanks. When they see the conditions, okay, one will be able to realize where they're standing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When they see this reality, okay, when they see these capabilities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when they see the scary situations, when they see this the horrifying conditions of the earth and the sky, this human being will realize what have they prepared for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, have they obeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or had they been stayed in the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where they will be given either the consequences of their crimes or reward for their good deeds. So when these things happens, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring a new world which will have new physical laws. These will be completely gone. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in a different place, يَوْمَ تُبَدَّلُ الْأَرْضُ غَيْرَ الْأَرْضِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتِ وَبَرَزُوا لِلَّهِ الْوَاحِدِ الْقَهَّارِ. Okay, it will be on that day the earth will be replaced by another day, another earth, and the heaven as well. And they will, i.e. all the creation, all the creatures will come out before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one, the prevailing. So these things will be removed, okay, and a new reality, new laws will be in place. Ayah number 6, يا أيها الإنسان إنك كادح إلى ربك كدحا فملاقيه. O mankind, indeed you are laboring towards your Lord with exertion and you will meet it. Now in this ayah is targhib ila al-a'mal al-salihah. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving this push, targhib, encouragement that one should do that a'mal which is good, okay, good deeds. The a'mal which will give you nobility, the a'mal which will give you safety when there will be no safety, will be the a'mal which will give you contentment when everyone will be in fear and horror. Okay, this is the deeds one should do. And they say, the ulama, that this is the ayah which is the claim of this portion of the surah. So let's talk about some of the words that have been mentioned in this. One is insan. Okay, this the word insan, they say it comes out from nasya, the creature which forgets. Okay, everything knows their purpose. Okay, the sky and the earth, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked about earlier. Okay, but this human being, okay, who had a purpose, Allah has sent them prophets, Allah has sent them books, Allah has made them signs in the creation that they see, in their food, even when they're their own body. Okay, signs upon signs, reminders upon reminders. But this insan who completely and again forgets its purpose. Okay, so this is from nasya, from that root. And they say there's another root that this word insan comes out from, which is uns. Okay, that this person develop affection for things that are around them, for the things that they like and so on. So they forget that they're meant to have this amazing relationship with the one who created them, their Lord, their Master, okay, the one who protects them, the one who provides them, the one who gives them safety in this world. Okay, all these things have been created for this human being. So as a gratitude, okay, this person should have love. Okay, this person should have obedience to Allah subhanahu, their creator and their master. However, he creates this affection for other things beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, kadh. What is kadh? Okay, the ulama talks about this. This is laboring restlessly. Okay, this is why it comes out like mushaqqat and taklif. Okay, that one in Pashto they say der khada kar. So like one puts is all, yeah, is try its best. How this kadh can be related to poor in a fashion that they physically do the laboring, yeah, and rich psychologically. Okay, and it's not the case with everyone, but it's just we're taking some example, just the majority. Sheikh Tahir Panjpiri rahimahullah, he says that what this kadh is that one, he gives all, yeah, he gives one's all. And in Pashto it says that insan pakizan shlay, yeah, this is what it is like. Whatever he could do in his capacity, he will do, okay, in order to achieve. Okay, this laboring restlessly, basically, that's what it is. فَمُلَاقِيهِ, and that has been mentioned in this ayah, فَمُلَاقِيهِ. Now, and will meet it. What are they going to meet this insan? It's either these a'mal that have been mentioned in the previous surahs, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انْفَطَرَتْ إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انْشَقَّتْ, yeah, عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ وَأَخَّرَتْ عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ, yeah, that has been talked about. It's either these a'mal, or it's talking about that they will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They created the Lord, okay, the one whom they disobey or obeyed. Okay, this is, they will be meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they will be meeting to give the accountability on Day of Judgment. فَمُلَاقِيهِ. Now, there is a hadith that I would like to mention that has been even narrated by Tafseer ibn Kathir, some portion of it. Okay, where basically we learn that targhib ila a'mal salihah. Okay, this encouragement to do good deeds. It comes in this hadith, which is Hasan by Albani rahimahullah. He says, the hadith says that Jibreel alayhi salam came to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he said, "O Muhammad, live as you wish, for you will surely die. Work as you wish, for you will surely be repaid. Love whomever you wish, for you will surely be separated. Know that the nobility of the believer is in prayer at night, and his honor is in his independence of people." This hadith is amazing in so many different ways, okay, but this is not the time to talk about this hadith. But I think this will give a good hint, okay, that the one who wants his safety is in the safety with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whoever sees his safety in the ways of following the cultures and the behavior of the people, okay, they make the slave themselves of other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, other people's whims and desires, cultures and so on. Okay, if that's your way, you are those people who have lost the plot, and may Allah bring us back to that which is beloved to Him. More explanation of this ayah. I was listening to Mufti Ayaz rahimahullah, and he says in here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned an amazing reality of human being. And similarly in Surah Balad, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ, that we have certainly created man into hardship, constant struggle. So whether a person work for this dunya or for akhirah, both will be struggling in some fashion. So instead of struggling for dunya so much, okay, turn your attention towards akhirah, okay. And you see, this quality of human being, okay, the more a human is of a higher standard, okay, clever, thoughtful, okay, or responsible, he will worry for smaller things. A person who does not care about anything, meaning he hasn't reached that goodness of a human being yet. Okay, the more one worries, okay, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ, okay, or the one who tries to perfect things to better, okay, I mean this guy has reached a better state of a human being. Okay, so it's constant struggle for the human. The less a person is human, okay, is like an animal basically, yeah, the less he will be thoughtful. Okay, the less he will be thoughtful about his akhirah, the less he will be thoughtful about being grateful to the one who has granted so many blessings. Okay, the less he will be grateful, and or he will use less of his brain to recognize his responsibilities. Okay, the things he meant to do, the purpose of his life. Okay, when we put it in Islamic frame, yeah. However, in other things, okay, there's a family life, as a social life, as a business life, all these things apply. How human one is basically how do they feel when something bad happens or something which is not proper happens. How does he respond, or how does she respond, and how do they correct those things? The more human one is, the more one who is in a high stat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. Okay, the one who is more better a human being, will be the one who is more cautious. Okay, like taqwa, ya akramakum inda Allahi atqakum. Okay, is the one who is more cautious, the one who cares more, the one who is more concerned. Okay, so I hope this, I'm linking again to akhirah, but basically it applies to everything. And there is another reality that we all know of as Muslims, okay, that the insan has been created from two things. One is the physical body, and the other one is ruh. Okay, and the ulama gives it names. Okay, that this is Shawliullah and Maulana Sindi rahimahullah who use these wording. So one is bahimiyya, this like this animal instinct. Okay, this is like the physical thing, yeah. And Malikiya, which is this ruhani, this is spiritual, which is the ruh. This human, this bahimiyya, okay, this natural body, this human body that one has, okay, this animal instinct that these people, the insan has, pushes down, and he sees its tranquility and its khair in this dunya and everything that pleases the body. However, this ruh, which comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي, it sees its tranquility, its goodness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the instruction that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this ruh. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ, verily in the remembrance of Allah do heart find rests. Okay, and وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِ فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. Okay, those people who turns away from the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, true remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning whenever they do something, they scale it with sharia. Is this something pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yes, I'll do it. Is this going to displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yes, I will not do it. Does that make sense? So I hope this is pretty clear. So this person or this human, this soul who finds tranquility in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the ways of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, whichever you prefer more, okay, Allah has given a balance, which we talked about in Wailul Mutaffifin, yeah, in great details. Okay, you have a balance. Now, if you're gonna balance, okay, if you're gonna put your efforts in this dunya, if you're gonna put efforts to please your own whims and desires against the ways of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the tranquility that you're giving to your body, this tranquility that you're giving to your physical being, okay, will come to an end at a certain stage. Okay, and this ruh is going directly to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's continuous there, it's not gonna die. this body will be reunited with this soul. Now, okay, we said previously that the dots that happens on because of a sins, then it becomes completely rusted. It comes to certain stage that is like big locks are put on this human being. So this nafs, okay, this is the point that I wanted to mention. This nafs, okay, now if it's completely, you have distorted it completely, okay, is this, you did not obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you completely went in the darknesses, and the soul has reached that stage. Now it's going to go to Jahannam. Okay, if it has little mold on it, it will be cleaned, then allowed to go to Jannah. If not, if it's completely gone, you have completely misused it, your body and the soul will be united and put in Jahannam forever and ever. Okay, so I hope this point makes sense. So whatever you done to this nafs in this dunya, okay, whether you pleased it with the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or you pleased it with your own whims and desires, will result in either Jannah or Jahannam in Akhirah. So this is now physical struggle, psychological struggle, and spiritual struggle that insan goes through in their life, and all of them go through. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made all in this fashion. Amin Ahsan Islahi rahimahullah, he says, and in this dunya, this insan has been created, okay, has been put in so many bounds of this the laws Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, that no matter how much he tries to come out from it, he will not. Okay, he will continuously age, he will continuously carry on in their life. A day will come that it will die. Okay, so many things that one insan wants to do cannot do. So many people die with too many wishes, too many dreams that they had that never complete. Okay, everyone is traveling. Okay, you see, they give an example, like on a motorway, you will pass through many things, tool station, fuel station, parks, and this and this and this, but the motorway will come to an end. Okay, similarly, this human being will pass by so many things, okay, but this motorway will come to an end, this life will come to an end. Everyone agrees on this. So this laws that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, you are bound in it. Okay, you struggle in a fashion, okay, which will, when this motorway is end, will please you, or he continues in your way that you will still be ending the motorway, you still will come, the life will come to an end, but you will be or like Maulana Sindhi rahimahullah, okay, because he links this with the fitrah of a human being, this natural instinct, natural behavior. You see that he says that one will for example, someone is going to a certain place, he will reach that place, okay, in an easier fashion if he is following his fitrah, meaning walking forward, okay, with the face forward, like looking at things. However, if he turns his fitrah around, he is going against the ways Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the laws Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for this human being. Okay, he find his own, he doesn't want to go, okay, in his fitrah, the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. And he turns his round and he walks backward. He will be still going to that places, but any puddles, any things comes in, he will fall and fall and fall and fall. He will be still reaching that same place. So I hope this point is pretty clear. And lastly, I would like to finish with this poet that has been mentioned in Bayan al-Quran, I think, by Dr. Ahmad rahimahullah, where he says, अब तो घबरा के ये कहते हैं कि मर जाएंगे, मर के भी चैन ना पाया तो किधर जाएंगे. Nearest meaning is that now out of fear we say that we're going to die, but if we die and we still don't find any tranquility, where are we going to go from there? Okay. Inshallah, we'll stop here and then we'll start from ayah number 7 in the next lesson. Jazakallah khair for listening. May Allah forgive our shortcomings and accept the goods from us. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quran al-Azim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikril hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.